I'm Todd Grisham, and there's nothing quite like the Empire Fight Camp, especially at night. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
And now Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed lightweight champion of the world. He also can crack at welterweight, one of the best to ever do it. Making his way to the ring, it's Julio.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha.
You've heard of people dancing underneath the moonlight. Tonight, it's a fight underneath the moonlight. And what a fight it should be.
It's cooled down.
And there's the bell to start round one. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. Good counter punch. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. The perfect counter lands. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. A nice breeze in the air, Johnny. This has to feel a little foreign to these two fighters who are so used to fighting indoors.
It's been a long, long day, Todd. They've been drinking, they've been out in the sun, they've been having a good time. But this is what they've been waiting for. This crowd can be very unpredictable. And by the sense of it, it's night time now. They're waiting for the big fight. There's a lot of pressure on these fighters' shoulders to get that job done and perform.
The jab doesn't quite connect. It's tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nice counter shot. Punch, counter punch. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. These two fighters are made for one another. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who. Here we go. It's round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Perfect counter shot. When you're fighting a swarmer and you know their goal is to bury their head right in your chest, the uppercut would probably come in handy.
You've got to be fit to fight a fighter like this because they will stay in your face. They will throw punches at you. They don't even let you breathe. You've got to be fit. If you're not fit, the fight's over.
Oh, and the grand champion might go down. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Trying to land that jab. Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They exchange punches. The counter punching. Well done with that counter shot. When are we going to see a jab from these two? He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
You have got long arms and you're the bigger fighter. You've got to keep him out there because you're not good at fighting up close and personal. Very, very good fighters can do that. Very, very good big fighters can do that. But use the jab, use the reach, and use the end of shot power.
And he scores with the counter. You'd like to see more jabs. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good round. You feel good? Good man.
Let's get it started in round 3. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Crawford is dazed. Disaster averted.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Not a lot of defense here at all. Beautiful counter punch. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. That jab misses. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Timing beats speed, speed beats power. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You've just got to put in a guess.
His stamina is off the charts. The jab not finding its target. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. off-the-charts action from both of these fighters. Crawford in trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. And a round that seemed like an eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Don't want to let this fight through you. Come on. Let him back.
On to the fourth we go. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong, because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Do you believe what we're seeing? That counter shot lands. Only catching air with that hook. It's not always about who hits harder. In this division, ring IQ can go a long way.
When you have a fight that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Holding nothing back here in the round. Nice counter. Nice defense. Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. I don't care who you are. When you get caught with a body shot like that, you're going down.
Where did that...
Well, they beat the count and are ready to go again.
But now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. And he misses with that straight left. Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Boy, this next round is going to be crucial considering the knockdown we just witnessed.
You're being put down.
Back into the fray here in round 5. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice counter punch right up the middle. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. that score with that jab. This fighter is not interested in throwing one shot at a time. They throw combinations, and they throw them non-stop.
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
That right uppercut misses. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Solid punch. He parries the right jab away. Nobody home with that hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. I'm worried about these two fighters gassing out as this fight goes on.
You cannot gas out if you prepared right, slept right, ate right, and did everything right for this.
Okay, I'm happy.
Let's start the sixth. Let's see how much recovery they saw there in the last minute.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those pointed areas over the eyebrow, the cheekbone. You just got to try and cut them, skim and go for speed.
Misses with the jab. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
I need to see that again.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner, somehow get to the end of the round.
Halfway through the round, and I think we all know who's winning here.
No doubt at all. You can see who's winning. You can see who's got it in hand. You can see who's comfortable. Or is it a bit of a mousetrap?
Beautiful counter shot. He misses with that jab. That hook doesn't score. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fight. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Catch and shoot. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
And he's going to be confident. Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick.
Here we go. It's round 7. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. Johnny, you know, in the lightweight division, they've got fast hands, so get ready to see some lightning.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
There's a counter shot. How about that time counter shot? Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Big whiff with the right hook. Crawford's legs are all over the place. And there's no doubt about it, as we see it again, that body shot did them in.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
At some point, the corner may have to intervene here because this fighter won't stay down.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
He's putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
His stamina is off the charts. Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
You've been put down. You've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Breathe when you'll step. Great round. Great round. Now relax.
And they're back at it again here in round 8. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
That counter punch caught him clean. Nice counter punch. Straight right just misses. Good counter punching. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
That's lights out right there.
Not many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.